Boston University Terriers and the Bucknell Bison met at Nickerson Field on Tuesday in the Patriot League quarterfinals. Bucknell almost scored in the opening moments, but Matt Gilbert was called upon to make a save from point-blank range. Plays one out wide for Leonard. Gets a cross in. Comes for, well, it fell perfectly for Blickman, and Matt Gilbert was called upon to make a save from point-blank range. Bison did get their goal in the first half when the ball eventually fell after a scrum in front of the goal to Quinn Breton.
To Viteri, who might have been positioned a little too close to the corner.
Bradshaw with a curler. Gilbert stayed on his line. Ball not done, and now it's in the back of the net. Bucknell have opened the scoring in the Patriot League championship game. And it's Nick King who gets the goal.
Yeah, a really scrappy one for the Bison. That first header didn't really get the clean connection and kind of deflected off a Terrier defender right in front. And as you said, this time Gilbert electing to stay on his line and couldn't react to it.
Bucknell might have gone up 2-0 in the second half, if not for an incredible save from Matt Gilbert. Pushing forward, this is good from the Bison. Here's Breton. Gets a low cross in, and it's an incredible save by Matt Gilbert. That looked destined to be 2-0. And It was Blickman who was on the doorstep, and somehow Gilbert's kept it out. The Terriers did find an equalizer when Anthony Viteri scored his 8th goal of the season to keep their playoff hopes alive. Ball in. Comes down, and it's an important clearance there because Jerry Ozo was lurking. Butsky back for Ozo on the left. Jerry gets an across with his right foot. Amirani's in there. He falls. Butsky back, and it's in! It's Anthony Viteri! DeBona set him up, and Viteri finds the equalizer.
Well, look at that. BU's two most threatening players combining, sending the celebration here as 12 minutes remain in the game. Finally, the equalizer. The Terriers have been trying all night to just get past that first line and into the box, and Viteri finally does it.
At the end of regulation, we were tied at 1, so that meant overtime. Kicks it out of play, and that's the end of regulation. BU dominated possession in overtime, but couldn't convert any of their chances into a winning goal. To take the free kick. Puts it in. Bouncing around, header comes in, and it's came off of Ben Valek last, past the post, out for a goal kick. That's probably going to do it for this first period of overtime. Knocks it central towards DeBona, back for Benedictson. Trying to find Viteri forward, headed away, 14 seconds. Butsky.
Still one more shot.
Cutting inside. Butsky's shot is deflected. 5 seconds to go. Shakelier put one back in the area. McDonald actually did get a shot on there, but that's going to do it for overtime.
You know what? That shot could have potentially counted. I think maybe McDonald was a little casual with it.
At the end of overtime, we were still knotted at 1, so the game would go to a penalty kick shootout with Matt Gilbert in net for BU and Ryan Ott in net for Bucknell. Bucknell took the advantage early in penalties and didn't look back. Blickman up to take. Finally ready to commence the penalty shootout. Blickman. Gilbert got a piece of it but couldn't keep it out. Bucknell with a 1-0 lead in the penalties. The senior. And his kick is saved. Turned away by Ryan Ott. And he puts it in. Anthony Viteri gets the job done there. 2-1 after 2 rounds. Him. Trying to give Bucknell a 3-1 lead in the penalty shootout. Stutters and puts it past Gilbert.
Same spot.
May have just pushed him off with that little stutter step.
The follow-up from Bucknell.
Shakeli, the left back. And he puts it off the bar. Heartbreaking for BU. They're now down, still down 3-1 after 3 rounds. For the Bison. And he does. Bucknell have defeated BU, and the Bison are through to the Patriot League semifinals. They celebrate on Nickerson Field, and it's a heartbreaking loss for BU.
Certainly is. These seniors certainly gave their all, and You see the excitement from the Bison. Their ticket is punched. They will face Loyola on Friday. That game will.
The win for Bucknell sees them move on to the Patriot League semifinals, where they'll take on #1 seed American in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday.